welcome to October. So yeah, um, let's get right into it, I guess. So today we are finally going to be talking about a game for a system I have been wanting to talk about for a while, and it is actually for my favorite handheld that I've had for years that I just want to praise: the PS Vita. And today's game that we're going to be talking about, since it is October, and we are going to be doing a few horror games. Well, this game could be considered a horror game. I mean, there are scary images into it. So we're going to talk about a Telltale game. So Telltale Games, they did like a lot of games. I mean, they did start as a company that developed games. Well, I'm actually not even going to go for that far because I'm probably totally wrong. I'm just going to say, they developed games. Whether it was games like, say, the Telltale series Walking Dead, Minecraft, the Batman, Telltale games. There was even the Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale game. But today's game that we're going to be talking about is The Wolf Among Us, a Telltale series. And if you didn't know, this game was actually based on a graphic novel series. Based on it has with the same name. So, yeah. Let's let the beast out. The wolf, I mean, not in this case. Let's let the wolf out to play and talk about the Wolf Among Us for PS Vita. So, as I was saying, The Wolf Among Us for PS Vita is a game developed by Telltale series, the Telltale games. So if you have not played the Telltale games, basically the games are sort of linear stories where basically the game is separated, is episodic, sort of like a TV show. So each part of the level has an episode and multiple, one linear story that goes from, say, one here. Basically what I'm trying to say is Telltale Games basically perfected the art of video games that were basically episodes. And also keep in mind, this was my first Telltale game, episodic video game that I ever played. And I actually got this game when I moved down here to South Carolina. So we're gonna get right into it. The Wolf Among Us is I'd say it is a noir story where you are playing as the character of Bigsby Wolf, the big bad wolf. And there are a lot of characters that are based on fables, whether it is the huntsman, from it's the woodsman from the story of the Little Red Riding Hood. You get Georgie Porgy. You can also other characters like Snow White. Basically the whole story is Bigsby Wolf is the sheriff in town, and there has been a murder, and you have to basically do it's a detective story where it's a game where you are a detective and you are trying to figure out a sequence of stories, whether it is a murder, whether it is who could have been connected to this murder. And for our first time playing a Telltale games, it pulled me right in. I could not take my hands off playing it when I was playing it. However, that would also lead me to one of the problems I have with the game is Telltale Games gives you a lot of options that will end up affecting the game. Wherever, say, if you take some money from someone, you could use it for later in the story. So yeah, you interact with multiple characters. So the game goes from, like, say, it implements the touchscreen of the game. You can interact with characters and ask questions. Most of the action sequences are QTE or QuickTime events. And for a game like that, I actually think having it on a handheld such as the PS Vita is actually the best way to play a Telltale games. Mostly just because I'm just thinking, like, I mean, you can have it on a console, but I think the best way to play a game like that would be on handheld, because you are, it's like something you could just play on the go, and, just think about it and all that. But one of the things that this game can bring you into a lot of feels. The game uses a lot of characters that have, connections to that are based on a book called Fables or The Wolf Among Us. The game is a prequel, so you interact with a lot of characters, whether it is the Tweedledee, Tweedledum, the New Jersey Ripper. Wait, I think it's the Jersey Ripper or something like that. To be honest, it's been a while since I've played this game, but I can remember it a lot, because I just think, like, say, I can always just remember a game, mostly this game especially, because I just say, like, say, I say, like, I gotta pick this option, or I want to pick this answer for a question, because what if this leads to a good outcome? If I choose this option, it's going to lead to a bad outcome, because I want to make sure I get the good endings. Because like, there are a lot of moments where, if you want to play a game that's like a handheld game that's going to make you cry at times, this is it. And I got to say, the acting for the game is really, really good. The animation for the game, is sort of like, say, a comic book, which is actually works for this game. And then again, it's also based on a graphic novel, so. And I have just got to say, this game is really good. So the game consists of, like, multiple chapters, like I said, and connected story. Like I said, the game, like, you can choose what kind of things you want to pick. Like, say, do you want to pick do you want to pick the outcome where you go to see, Mr. Toad because he has a situation, or do you want to go see another person to figure out a murder that has been committed? Because whatever you pick can affect what the end of the story is. Like, say, if you do this, suddenly the murder doesn't happen yet, or something else. You can also go back to replay the level, but to be honest, I didn't ever try that, mostly just because I felt like I just didn't want to change what happened in the next part of the level. So yeah, but oh gosh, I don't want to spoil anything, but Toad Jr. Oh man. But yeah, oh god, there are some sad moments, man, in this game. I totally recommend, if you haven't played this game, or if you prefer to play it on a console, get the PS4 version. Cause I don't know how hard it is, cause I know you're not gonna find PS Vita games at GameStop anymore. Cause every time I go to GameStop, I will always ask, and they just say, nah, man, nah, we don't have any more. But, yeah, I gotta say, if you're looking for a good game that has some great story, that is gonna get you really hooked, and that's gonna be, that you're just gonna enjoy playing, and that's gonna give you an emotional connection to the story, I highly recommend you check out The Wolf Among Us for PS Vita. I can't praise this game anymore because I just really do love it. I really do will recommend it. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.